Hello everybody, it's Vinyl Richie with vinyl video number 29. I got a couple of packages in the mail, and I actually bought a few albums and 3 singles. But before I show those, my last video, I showed it was stuff in a box. I had a box under my bed. It's been there for 10 years. VHS tapes. And I said, you know, there's only 4 more. I mean, there was more than 4 in the box, but it looked like just the blank tapes that I recorded myself. But there were some other ones in there, and I'm going to show those. There's about 8 of them here. First one is John Lennon, Rock and Roll Revival, Toronto. Also featuring Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Little Richard. Well, it turns out there was a lot more bands at this concert than just those. I never knew that until my friend Bobby Gass let me know. In fact, the Doors were the headliners of that concert, and man, who was that Cajun guy, Kershaw? He said he stole the show. He put a lot of energy into it. Reanimator, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Check out the guy there with his head in a jar. It just gets crazier and crazier as the movie goes along. Do They Know It's Christmas? The Head. This was an animated show on MTV. Pretty cool show, actually. I like that show. Another horror movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The reason I after I made the video, I kind of suspected, you know, I don't think I didn't show all the movies because I knew I didn't show this one. This is G.G. Allin and the Murder Junkies. This has my favorite concert of him. That Beowulf at New York City in '91. Excellent, excellent gig. Multiple Maniacs with Divine. Another John Waters. In fact, this is John Waters' first movie. 2 more, folks. Sorry about this. Got the Black Sabbath Story, Volume 1. My friend Tom gave me that. And finally, but not least, is Lolita. Another Stanley Kubrick movie. Him and Alfred Hitchcock, probably my favorite directors. Okay, now on to the records. I got something in the mail from this Parrott. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. He had a contest, and the prize was this Robert Forster album. Songs to Play. I was not familiar with Robert Forster. The only Robert Forster I really knew was the actor that he played the male lead role in Jackie Brown. And so I looked it up. I looked him up on YouTube. Played that first song, Learn to Burn. Really liked the song, so I entered the contest. I won. There's some up-tempo, catchy songs. There's other slower ones that are more somber. I don't know if somber is the word. It kind of reminds me of Velvet Underground. If Lou Reed would have stayed with the Velvet Underground and made another album after Loaded, this is some of the songs. This is the inner sleeve. Kind of sound like that. In fact, Turn on the Rain. That sounds like a Velvet Underground song. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's great. And then I believe it's I Love Myself and I Always Have. That has violin in it. And it's not violin in the traditional string section in the background. It's more of a kind of like how the Velvet Underground used the cello. And this is the labels. Songs to Play by Robert Forster. Really good album. There's not a bad song on the album. Highly recommended. Apparently the guy's been around since the 80s, and I was really not familiar with him. really dug the album. Now I got a box here that I'm going to open from Working Class Wax. Just get my hatchet. Alright, we got it. Got it open. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, we got Generic Flipper album. This is Flipper's first album. I don't remember if this came out 81 or 82, thereabouts. When this album first came out, there's a little shark. When this album first came out, I didn't really care for it. The singers aren't that great, the singers, and it's a kind of a hardcore punk, but played at a really slow tempo. This is four men with beards, really thick vinyl, and this is the insert with all the lyrics. But I've grown to like this album a lot, and I'm glad I got it. Next one, really cool album. I've seen this on CD before. Almost pulled the trigger, never did. But it's Punk 45, Kill the Hippies, Kill Yourself. The American Nation Destroys Its Young. Underground Punk in the United States of America, Volume 1. It's a double album. Basically singles, punk rock singles from the early 70s. Of all the singles, this is the only one I have. Right here. The Urinals. But it's got some other LA bands. Mainly from Danger House Records, the Deadbeats, the Controllers. The Controllers are a really good band. There's some good bands from Ohio, and really good album. This is the kind of stuff that early or that late 70s. I wish I would have started buying singles a little earlier than I did. This is the inner sleeve. They're both inner sleeves are the same, and both labels are the same, so I'm not gonna. Pretty cool album. In fact, I'm stoked to have this. Thanks a lot, Working Class Wax. Very cool. I'll have to send something your way, man. That is so cool. Now the three singles that I have. It's the Depraved. And you can see on the back it says the Queer Pills, Stupid Jerk, Time to Fuck, the Todd Killings, They Saved Hitler's Cock. Anybody that knows punk or familiar with punk, you know that 3 of those 4 songs are on the Angry Samoans' second album, first full-length album, their second record. And right here, they have a stamp here. It says Angry Samoans. And here's a picture of the band with their shaved heads. This is their first single, I believe. Really cool record. It's on Homophobic Records, the Queer Pills. This is the other side. Pretty cool single to have. Next one is a Pill, Memories. This is from their third album. I think I have of the Pill's first 8 singles, this was the only one that I was missing. That's why I picked it up. Pretty cool. I like Pill. I'll do a vinyl collection video on them. I have a lot of their stuff. This is the one side. This is the other side. Pretty cool single. Now the last one, Nirvana. Broken Mirrors. I believe that's a typo. And on this side it's the Rocker and the Eagle. His Landed remix. I believe that's a typo too. This is a unofficial release, as they call it at Discogs. Basically a bootleg. It's on Delirious Records. This is what Delirious Records. And I can't keep still. Promotional copy not for sale. On black vinyl. Pretty cool. I like Nirvana. I don't have a lot of their stuff on vinyl. This is a record I showed in my contest video, my 1-year anniversary. It's an interview disc from the Scary Monsters. It's pretty good. David Bowie gives a good interview, dude. It's pretty cool record. It's a promotional thing. And look up David Bowie on YouTube. He gives good interviews. This is the inner sleeve. He gives like little notes here for the DJs, you know, when to put what to put on. It's a white label promo. Pretty cool thing to have. I have most of David Bowie's stuff. The only album, well, up until mid 80s, the only one I don't have, it turned out, was Hunky Dory. I was surprised. I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna get one of the new reissues on that, and I'm also probably gonna get that Santa Monica, that live album at the Santa Monica Civic. Great album that is. Last two albums that I bought: Intensified Ska, Original Ska, 1962 to 1966. Pretty cool stuff. You got Roland Alfonso, Eric Morris, Baba Brooks, The Charms, the Scotalites, the Maytals, and others. And it has a list of the musicians here. All these musicians all play on these singles or these records. So apparently they had like a wrecking crew in Jamaica. You know, this core of musicians that played on all these albums or all these singles, I guess. And it's on Mango Records. Really cool. I was playing it over the weekend, and my wife goes, "Man, she hated it. She said it's horrible." Anyways, this one here she didn't mind as much. And it's another Jamaican. Desmond Decker and the Aces, the Israelites. Now I remember this song from 1969. I like that song. This album cover's in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of discoloration on the top. I'll probably try and clean that up, but it's actually not that bad a shape. And check out that song, The Israelites. It was a hit single in the U.S. and I didn't know it was a Jamaican guy. And really cool. It's on the Uni label. And yeah, that's it. Take care, guys and gals.